So, welcome back. This is a, it says prelim, but it's not a prelim, it's not senior plate. I'm sure that will be changed shortly, as you can see on there. This is a, I'm not sure if it's last 64 or last 30, it must be last 64 match in the main. And we've got Surinder Singh and James Pheely. I'm Mark Bradburn. I'm going to be joined very shortly with Steve Singh. He's just going to get in as a brew each. And this should be a fantastic game. I like both people. James and Surinder are very, very extremely nice people. And they're both fantastic players. Surinder puts himself down. I don't think he realises how good a player he is sometimes, but he is a fantastic player. Very attacking, and James is as well. James is very good tactically. And Surinder is not bad tactically. I would put maybe James slightly favourite on tactics, but as it goes for potting, there's not many better than Surinder. You can have it on a piece of string, Surinder. So at the moment, neither person wants to commit to potting a ball because they're going to be on whatever ball, and there's nothing easy, I don't think, for James. So that you'll, if they can, they'd probably push the white back to where it is now, and hope the other player makes a mistake. So Surinder's hoping James will make a mistake and go for a ball and miss it. And obviously the only two bad balls on the table are at the top left hand side in the top pocket, so that's where whoever gets the first ball, that's where the danger will be. James would be a slight favourite at this, but Surinder's well capable of beating anybody, so. And James has just played a fantastic shot now, and Surinder is going to have to pull something out. I'm not sure what he'll pull out, but he's going to take some. if you can hear some background noise, there's some kind of machine going in the background, which we're not sure what it is, and it's okay. Steve's just brought me a cup of tea and he's got himself a brew. He's just constantly trying to keep himself awake after having a birthday celebration last night till 5 in the morning, like all good boys do when they get to 54.
I've not done that for a while.
No, not till you're 55 now.
Oh, that's better. Right, okay.
Yeah. So it's been a bit of a stalemate. Nobody's been wanting to pot the ball. You know where it's like you're trying to keep the white ball to the top, well, this bottom rail, and they've both been playing fairly good, but keeping the white ball there. James just played a cracking shot, got the white on this bottom rail, and all the balls were high up. And Surinder's tried to get the white ball back, and he has left a bit of an opening for James. Oh, and James has refused it. He's good tactically, isn't he? You know?
James.
Yeah.
He's not left a report on.
And it's not like he can really dig down on the white where he's left the white either. He's got a good white.
He's going to play red off the yellow. Just 2 shots. That's what he played, didn't he? Red off the yellow. So, and I think you can go either. I'll probably go reds here. Only because the top 2 reds, the one that's highest of the 2, you can
near the
pop that,
top rail.
and cannon into the red and yellow. Or he's looking
you can't. Yellows you could cut into the middle and do a bit of ping ponging about, but James isn't like that, is he?
No, absolutely not.
Anybody that has left the cubes down the front here, I would advise you to come and move them because they're nearly knocked about because they're bringing a lot of equipment in. So on your own head be if your cube gets knocked and broken.
See, he wants to roll this red in, then use the other red in the middle to cannon into the top yellow and red. You can see how he's taken the bad ball early.
Yeah, which is ideal.
Yeah. Just got to be.
No, he's not going that way.
Here we go.
James is such a good player, though. He'll have had a plan from the minute he hit his first shot. Took his time on the first one. Lovely shot. Perfect. And he can cut the other red that's blocked into the left-hand middle.
I mean, he wanted it in really. I think, can he just screw straight back?
Because he's got 2 shots. I can't see him
he's
not
got 1
doing
shot
this.
left now.
Has he?
Yeah, because he's just missed that red, which is hanging over the pocket.
Oh yeah.
See, that's what.
Yeah.
So he'll play the little plant, then play the red in the middle after the plant.
I still can't see any problems.
Or he might play the plant. See, the red that's over the middle. See, look. Do you really want that in?
Does it go in the top left? Doesn't look it from here, but it's a hard one to tell, that, isn't it? If it goes.
No, it doesn't.
And I don't think we don't have it over at cameras, do we?
No. So if it went, then James would have played the red in the middle now. Try and squeeze it in.
Dead weight. Lots of right hand side because he's having to. Now Surinder would normally nail these easily, wouldn't he? He's such a good.
Well, I don't think he's going to go for him.
Do you not think?
Or is it because he's looking at that red and yellow? That's on
He's
the
only got 1 bad
side.
ball.
Yeah.
It's not like
At the moment, he's in control. He can control the fate.
I mean, he
might be.
Yeah. Like with Surinder, he puts himself down, doesn't realise how good a player he is.
Yeah,
you know.
exactly.
I know how good a player he is because I've played him, and I know how good he is. And he literally does not realise how good a player he is.
He's got to make up his mind what he's going to do. If he's going to go for him, then play the plan to go for him. he's not going to, then there's no point potting balls.
No, making it easier for your opponent.
Yeah. He's going to put this yellow over there.
Now he's going to try and kick in it now.
Yeah.
If he's got the angle.
A little bit of right hand side. Yeah.
Needs a little bit. You need a little bit of luck on these, don't you?
Yeah,
Good
perfect.
shot.
Great stuff. Play the one in the middle.
Yeah. Says a lovely player to watch for me, Surinder. Keeps such good control of the white, and he's such a good potter.
Yeah, it does underestimate himself.
I think so.
I mean, he's one of our strong players in our seniors India team.
And you have a fantastic team.
I think we've got a good team. Yeah, myself, Hartab, Surinder, Videsh.
You don't have any weaknesses.
Vic Mac, Vic,
Yeah.
Stand, Vikas. So yeah, we've got some decent players.
Gone a little bit further than he wanted, but he's still alright into there.
Yeah.
He's got option of 2 pockets, middle.
So he had a little bit of right hand side on there.
Yeah, and it's kind of straightened up, kind of coming back. But I still fancy him to pot in either one of them 2 pockets.
Yeah, it's a good pot. And if he misses, James has got a hard starter.
Depending where the white lands.
Yeah.
I wouldn't put it past James to get it if he left it, so you have to get him. The only one way you can think is positive, I think. The white lands where it lands, don't think too negative. It's tough, but not as tough as people think, these shots.
Missed.
Yeah.
Now that James has got, if he plays the red in the top left, he'll have to drag it. If that goes in, he wins the frame. I think that's it. Or does he play the easier one, which is the straight red? But then he's got no position.
I think it has to be top left. And the only problem is, because of the pace that generally you would hit these, is they can roll off before they get there.
Yeah, so he'd have to play like a drag shot.
Yeah. James just wiping his hands, so he's got a bit of a clammy hand there on this shot, I think.
He's thinking about snookering. Come off the top cushion, but I don't like that shot. Or is he thinking about hitting the half ball on the red? It looks like he's putting a lot of side on, so...
I'm not keen on that one.
No, that's not a
It's
natural
a dodgy
angle.
one.
It's not a natural angle either.
He doesn't like the pot into the top left, and obviously at the pace that you have to hit it at, really.
I think he's got to go for the pot. He's got to, yeah.
Yeah, and it's no use. If you dolly it, you've got to be careful of the ball just rolling slightly. You only need a slight roll for this not to go in. Like that. You know, it could have rolled. You don't know. But so just got to watch for enough into the middle. In the right middle.
Yeah.
I think there's a slight possibility or no possibility.
No, I think it's going to be about 6-7 inches.
Yeah, he should pot this shot. Lovely pot from Surinder. But he surprises a lot of players, because a lot of players don't realise how good he is.
Yeah, absolutely. And because he doesn't put his chin to the cue, and he stands a little bit awkward, and it looks like an amateur almost style. And that's how he confuses them, because he's such a good potter and a great tactician. I've really got a lot of respect for him, because I've been watching some of his games, and he's fair play.
It's fantastic.
He's won one of these tournaments.
Yeah,
as well.
I know, and we did a commentary on I dragged him in, literally dragged him, crying, screaming, kicking. He didn't want to come and do it. But when he did it, he really enjoyed it. But when he's talking about his game, he's putting his game down, and he beat Tommy Donnellan 5-0, and it's like, Surinder, do you realise how good you really are? I know everyone, as you reach certain ages, your game doesn't always stay consistent, because there's new players coming through, and your eyesight's not quite as good. Maybe your concentration goes slightly. That's what happens with me, keeping me concentrated, because I want to attack. And getting into a good pace when you're playing a good. That pace that you're getting, Steve. You get to a good pace, don't you? You're not too fast. You're not too slow. No. You're just in a nice pace. And a difficult shot, you take your time. You don't rush. You don't do anything daft. Sometimes you lose that as you get a little bit older.
Surinder, so he's done a cut break, and a ball, 2 balls go in, 1 of each. So I should think he'll nominate reds.
Yeah, there's no easy yellow, is there, to it? I don't think he can hit a yellow, can he?
And yellows, I think red's a favourite anyway, because the 2 reds that are joined together are in front of the 2 yellows there, so you can split them up, which he's about to do now.
And put the white back. See, like you said, tactician. That's a really excellent shot.
Yeah, so James will be looking, because I know James, he'll be looking to somehow play balls safe, but open his balls up, so next time he gets a chance, he's going to go for the clearance.
James is very good tactically.
Oh, is
2
that 2
shots.
shots?
Yeah, it's definitely 2 shots. Even with my eyesight, he could tell that it didn't touch.
Yeah. So he was just trying to put the ball safe there. So Surinder is now.
But did they notice that?
Yeah, I think he has. I think Surinder sort of looked at it.
Lovely man, Surinder as well.
Yeah.
Like I say, I really like Surinder.
I'm going to roll this in.
Have you got kids, Steve?
Yeah, I've got 1 of each. I've got 4 grandchildren.
You got 3?
Yeah.
So you got 2, a boy and a girl?
Yeah, 1 boy, 1 girl.
And how many grandkids?
4 grandkids.
You kidding?
Oldest grandchild, she is now 13.
Oh, lovely. So you started fairly young then?
Yeah. Yeah.
And your wife today, she's doing some charity walk.
That's right.
You were saying
yeah,
a nice charity walk for
the Gurdwara temple.
Yes.
Yeah, and it's one of the founders of the Sikh religion, Guru Nanak Dev Ji. It's 550 years, so they're celebrating that. That's what it is.
which is good.
Yeah.
And how many will be doing that today?
Oh, good few hundred.
And this is in this weather as well.
In this weather, what they'll be doing is going out and handing out food to anybody in the streets. Just hand them out food, and then they'll set up a tent for everybody to come and enjoy free dinner.
Oh.
Free vegetarian. Yeah. So like lentils,
Yeah.
chapatis, potatoes, sagaloo, that sort of stuff.
Well, I go to a lot of Asian people's houses, and Indian and Pakistani, and they're always really good. They always give me food. When I go to Indians, people who make original food, it's the most beautiful food you can taste ever. Vegetarian,
Yeah, vegetarian.
but it's so tasty.
Yeah.
It's incredibly tasty. Oh, I think he's give James a real chance. He's got one bad ball, but apart from that, they all go.
Yeah, I mean that bad ball where the white is now, closer to the yellow. All James will be looking at is to create an angle to pot that yellow and cannon into the yellow that's onto the cushion.
Yeah, so he's going to,
So
as
basically-
soon as he can, he's going to try and
Yeah.
flick into the one on the right, the yellow
Yeah.
that's the bad one, straight away.
Absolutely.
Or move the black slightly
Or if
to,
you can't, then
to
cover
leave a
the-
double.
Yeah, or cover this bag.
Yeah. It's not easy to cover this bag though, is it? You know, no, it's not easy at all. And James,
He's an attacker.
yeah. And when he goes for it, he generally gets it. So,
Has he left an angle? I think he's left an angle.
yeah. And by the way, it is 1-0. Oh, beautiful shot. Oh, it's still not great position, but
I think
Surinder is 1-0 up, by the way, just in case people don't know. I think this score needs updating on that. That ball's...
double.
Yeah, it's a bit of a nasty one, that ball. Very good potter.
Screwing this for the top yellow in the top pocket.
Who's got a problem now?
Yeah, because he wanted to leave this yellow in the middle last. He just got into that.
Yeah. Clean pot though, wasn't it? A fantastic pot.
So I think the only shot he's got. Oh, I would have played it the other way because it covers the red if he misses.
But James has just, unluckily, there's a lot of pressure on this now for Surinder. I'm not quite sure. If he goes for the middle one of these 3 reds,
Yeah.
there's a chance he could maybe... No, you can't snooker in, can you? There's no chance of a snooker there, is there? If he goes for the one on the right and rail and
I
push
think-
the white through a bit.
I think he's got a chance for clearance if he plays for the middle red out of the 3. the natural angle will leave him onto this bottom red here, as long as he's not straight on it. So he's going for the wrong red, I think.
I think he's going for a pot and snooker.
Yeah, he's going for the snooker.
Shot, but he's left maybe a shot to the top. And you don't have to do a lot now, does he, really, James, on this? Yeah, so people who get the chance to have some food off your wife and her friends in your temple will be in for a treat. Whereabouts is it?
It's going to be in Peterborough.
Peterborough, yeah. So, and you know, do you know, every Indian person I've been to their house, they always make me welcome, and they always make some food.
What's Dublin? Called it.
He has spoken. The Jedi Master has spoken again.
Yeah, because he got the wrong angle for the middle.
It's on the black. Yeah, well called again. 1-1.
Is Kevin Farley in the room? Kevin Farley?
Nice brew, this, Steve.
Yeah.
It's a good brew. Well needed.
Let's see. Now James is great at breaks as well. I mean, he's good at everything.
He don't really have any downsides, does he? That's it. It's very, very close for me. I would have put James slight favourite, but only because of his experience and his winning habits. You know, he's tough to beat.
It's great potter as well. Great knowledge
and self-belief.
Self-belief, yeah.
You know, that makes a big difference, I think.
I bought my, like I said, I practice with now and then with James. And, I was practicing with him, and he just bought that Jason Owen brake cue.
Oh yeah.
And he couldn't get on with it. So side brake
Beautiful
there.
brake there.
Jason Owen brake, and here we go for reds here.
Yeah.
And he didn't get on with it, so I bought it for 85 quid. They were about 145, 150 quid. And then some months later, I was quite good with them, and he wanted to buy it back for about 120 of us. So he's got himself
a new one for £150.
Yeah.
That'll teach you, James. Well, I think for me, I break really well with my cue, really well, and it's thin tape, 8mm tape, and it's made from I've no idea what it's made from, but it's sturdy stuff, because I've got another one which I can't remember, a top mate cue, and it had 3 ferrules through breaking with it.
Really?
So it's like using a matchstick in length now, you know. So I've had to give up using that cue, but we're mine's a little bit lighter, but it's a beautiful cue for breaking with. You know, so me personally, I prefer my cue rather than a break cue. But I know why people use it for 2 reasons: 1, they can break better, and 2, it saves the ferrule.
Yeah, absolutely.
On your tip.
So going back to this, what James is thinking at this time, so he's got 2 problem balls. One is the red that's in amongst the yellows, and secondly is the black. So the red amongst the yellows is not really too bad, because he can pot that there from where he's looking at. So he's thinking, shall I pot this red down the rail, pot the red in the middle, and then use the 4 reds up the top to carry into the black. See, I would be possibly playing the red that's on the line and try and carry it into the yellow and black. He's going to go for the snooker. No, he can't go for the snooker.
Would have been alright if that stayed over then. That would have been quite decent, because he would have been forced really to go for the yellow near the black.
I don't know what he's doing.
Rolling it down to the bottom.
That's covering the bag.
Yeah, that's a good shot.
Yeah, because
Experience.
Yeah, because he realised that he couldn't break the yellow and black. So the next best thing is to cover that bag.
And Surinder's not going to move that black, is he?
No.
So he's going to try and cover the right hand pocket. He's not done a good job of it at all. But it's still not a bad shot.
Yeah, that's good enough.
mean, it stops the black from going in this pot, right?
Yeah.
Or maybe he's going to crash into him now. No.
So I don't like that shot because the yellow that's furthest to our left, Surinder can cut that up the top and block the pocket.
Yeah, the top left-hand pocket
Yeah.
with the left-hand red. Yellow, sorry.
Yeah. That's what I would be doing. You know.
I mean, he does have a plant to that pocket, a 3-ball plant.
Yeah.
But I won't be touching that.
No, not yet.
There'd be no chance.
And you can see that's what he's trying to play now.
What's your favourite Elvis song then?
I think it
Good
depends.
shot. Good shot. I mean, he's left a gap for James.
See now, James has got the angle, I think, to cannon into the yellow and black.
Is he going to do that now?
Does
though?
he feel lucky?
There you go, famous Clint Eastwood.
Yeah. Do you feel lucky?
Do you feel lucky, punk?
No, he's gone off the yellow. He's going to go off the yellow and round the angles and then come into the black. Round the angles. Oh, it's look, it's
Oh!
apologise, but
It's still tough, that black.
yeah. And he's on a tough red as well now. The only saving grace is the yellow on his left, our left. It doesn't go into because the red's blocking that path.
You're quite fortunate where that yellow landed, really.
Yeah. I think what I'd probably play here is flick off this red and try and get in behind the two reds.
I'm sure that's what James is doing. The Jedi Master has spoken. And there we go. That little wire that goes right in James's ear.
See, like now with Surinder, I would just leave the white there, forcing James to move.
Yeah, not move the white at all.
Yeah, but there's a risk because the black goes into the middle pocket. Black goes into.
I mean, it's better to get out of it if you can, but you don't want to disturb the black. You don't want to disturb a yellow near that black, really. And the black does go in 3 pockets, really. This bottom left, the left middle, or left top, and left. There's only one pocket it doesn't go in, which
Yeah.
is the nearest one to
Yeah,
it.
because once this red is out of the equation. That's a good shot.
Yeah, lovely shot. That's a great shot.
I wonder if.
Now, look there. He's got trainers on the next table.
Yeah.
Is that allowed?
He has got a medical reason for that.
We'll let him off.
Because he did ask Shirley.
Just so people know if they're watching. The chap on the left-hand side, and I don't know who it
This is
is.
Terry Hunt.
Oh, Terry. Right, he's had problems on Terry. I say I'm glad that he's here.
Yeah.
I think everyone's glad to see Terry, except his opponents. They won't want to see him really turn up. I know he was talking about giving up pool because of his condition.
Yeah.
Whatever his condition is,
And
it
I
was
think
affecting.
it was affecting his hand and his feet, the circulation of the blood. So he was telling me he's lost a lot of weight. He stopped smoking. He had stopped drinking, but he's just down to 1 pint a week now.
Well, I gave up drinking a long time ago, so that is good for you.
Yeah.
To actually give up, like even me, more or less in my 40s.
Right. So what James is looking at here, I would be looking at something different.
She's looking to kick into that at some stage.
Is he looking to snooker?
Yeah.
So he's looking to snooker.
He's left it so he has to go for that yellow.
See what I would have done. I would have potted the red,
Yes.
potted the red down the other end, leave myself an angle, played the red, come off the cushion and kick the black down, and then pot the red.
Yeah. For those viewers that didn't understand that,
Yeah, because I'm pointing at the screen.
he's pointing at the screen. But what James was trying to do was make sure that black was opened up a little bit more. So now that does go in. It does go in 5 pockets, but it doesn't go in the nearest one, which is the best one, is the bottom right.
Yeah.
So that's what's stopping James from actually going for it.
He should be going for it now. See now.
Yeah, he knows what he wants to do, but getting there isn't always as easy. But if he did, he'd have to take the bottom left pretty soon.
Yeah, to
and
first.
That wouldn't be, because then if he misses anything, the frame's over and it surrenders.
Yeah, I mean, it's 1-1 at the moment. See,
Yeah.
this will just tell us how confident James is feeling. Because normally, you would take this within a heartbeat, just stun up the rail between the yellow and the cushion, and play for the 3 reds to leave yourself an angle on one of them to.
Back for the black.
Yeah.
And in practice, you wouldn't even be thinking you'd have done it by now.
Yeah.
But obviously because it's first to 5, it's 1-1. The big frames, aren't they?
They're
Every
big
frame
frames.
is a big frame.
Absolutely. So this is what he's thinking in his head. But the problem is, if he leaves this red to last, he needs to get on it for the middle pocket, and that's also hard to do.
Yeah,
So, let's see what
it's
he does
not
here.
easy.
We'll drag this.
Yeah. They're not easy, them drag shots. He's played it really well. He's good at them drag shots, isn't he? They're difficult shots. I don't like them myself personally.
So we're coming down to the middle of the table. I think he's got away with it.
Does it?
He could play a plan.
Do you think he'd go for this bottom right now? And in off the yellow and open it up?
Where's the white bird?
Yeah, that's what he's doing. He tried it. So a 3-ball is it, or can he get through to the 2-ball? He's going to have to go for a plant, isn't he? Surrender.
Yeah, I mean, or he can. The 3rd yellow, this one here, he can just roll this down and play the white behind the other 2 yellows, like what he's just doing there. There we go.
The shot. Yeah.
See, and
The Grandmaster spoke again.
and the thing is, why that has
Yeah.
happened is because James has not played to his normal game, because he would have played this red first.
Yeah,
That's at
the bottom left. Yeah.
And now this is going to cause him a lot of problems because he hasn't got this red, so he's going to be looking at playing cushion rather than the red.
Yeah, he's got to be careful.
It's
3.5, hasn't
Can you
he?
see the cushion? Cushion first, and then the red.
Wow, he's got away with that very nicely. He played it as good as you could.
He's played it. He's played that cushion first.
Yeah.
Which is, it gives you more of a ball to hit.
Think he can do a back double?
I think
You know,
the
the
red
one on
is
the left-hand rail.
I think the red is just in the way. It's going to have to come out with something special here to either block, cover the red, or snooker, or pot. So he's gone for the pot.
Good
It's a great
shots.
pot.
Fantastic shot.
Now he's going to go for the cover. But he's got to be careful not to
These
leave.
can drop.
Well, not only that, he mustn't leave James a back double on the red because it'll give him a plant.
Do you think he might just kick that yellow out?
Kick the red once.
Red out, yeah, sorry, on the bottom right. With
He
the
would
yellow.
have, but the 2 yellows on the left-hand side, they don't
they're
go
difficult.
anywhere. Yeah, so there's no value in that.
But he can screw back into him now. Pots, do you think? Has he got the angle to do this?
But then if he does that, then where does this yellow go? It's between the black and the red.
The black and the red, well, that.
Oh, you mean it
they
opens
open
up?
that
I
pocket
see what you mean.
by potting this yellow off the red that's on the bottom rail and bringing the white back into them 2 balls that he's near to now with his cue, and the game's all over and done with. He's gone for yours, but he's done a good shot.
See, this is where I said we have to be careful about the back double.
Now we can just do a deliberate now, pot the red onto the yellow and leave the white at the top, and you sort that out from Surinder.
Yeah.
He's left a bit of a gap there. There's a bit of a gap, but he's played it well.
Played it well.
Yeah, and Surinder tapping the table proves.
Acknowledges it.
Yeah. He's got massive problems now.
So, something to learn from here is if you come across the same sort of scenario, you know what's going to happen. So,
Yeah, of course.
So you do something different. You know,
Yeah.
this is where you got to learn from these sort of
Yeah.
sort of games.
Well, personally, I would have gone the attacking route then.
Yeah. So
Because keep it in my hands.
yeah, absolutely.
And if I lose, I lose.
Yeah.
If I win, I win. And the boss has just been in and got his calculator for our wages.
But it's got 2 shots, so he can use the 2 shots to cover the red.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah, he's
and
going
bide
to.
himself a bit of time.
Well, I mean, the great Keith, who's one of the best tacticians of all time, would be doing that now. He would be thinking, I've got to stop him from clearing up.
Yeah.
And
so-
you would, I mean, we've all learnt similar things now. That's why it's so difficult for the top players to carry on there,
Yeah.
because we're learning.
Yeah, absolutely.
We know what to do in certain situations. Doesn't mean you're going to win in that situation.
No, but
it
give
just
yourself
means
a bit of time.
you've got to give yourself a shot. And, well, he's going for it. That's all I can think, because I'm not sure what Surinder's doing
I
here.
don't think Surinder maybe thought of that option of using 2 shots
To
to
block
play,
the pocket,
to play
block
yellow
his
on top
ball.
of the red. Yeah.
You have to sometimes, don't you?
Yeah.
You have to.
Give yourself a bit of time.
Hopefully Surinder looks this back and himself, you know, gets in a similar situation and thinks, yeah, because he knows the shot, doesn't he? He knows that shot because he has it done to him. The beauty about this like our rules, I think, for over 50s, you can be competitive. If things are going wrong for you, you can use your B game.
Yeah.
And kind of scruffy it up a little bit if you have to. And I do love world rules.
Yeah, I love that. So now he's doing it, but he should have done it when he had 2 shots.
Yeah. He's got a fairly simple finish now. I can't see James not doing it.
No, he's going to go for this one on the right hand side first, and then the left hand side for the black in the middle.
I can't see any problems at all now. It's going to be 2-1 to James unless something
Stay on
strange
this
happens.
bottom rail, like that.
Yeah. He kills the ball quite often, doesn't he?
And then it's just a case of natural angle, just roll it through 6 inches past the middle pocket.
Could go cushion first.
It would lose the.
Yeah, no need to add it. Yeah. Nah, he could do it without. It's a bit hard to tell for me, but he's on perfect. And
Yeah.
And James being James, he was not going to miss the finish like that.
I mean, once James had two balls left and didn't get the finish, Surinder was in the driving seat, and he's lost that frame rather than James won it, I think.
Yeah, it was Surinder's to lose.
Yeah.
But I've got to say, if we won all the frames we should do,
Yeah,
we'd
absolutely.
be world champions.
Yeah,
There'd be no
and the
question
only,
about it.
No, the only thing is to learn from it,
Yeah,
and that's something I'm constantly making a conscious effort to try and see why did tables turn? So look, you'll see them break from the middle and the yellow go into the middle pocket maybe on the left hand side. Now you watch when James breaks.
what a break from Surinder. We've got the great Keith Brewer's coming in here now. I don't know if he's going for his cue. I thought he was going to join us. All right, Keith. See you in a bit.
So
He's the grand master of us all, I'm afraid, Keith.
Yeah.
He's a legend, living legend. Nice ball, living legend.
so he's got a choice whether he fancies yellows or reds. I'd possibly go for yellows because his first red is moving away from this red at the bottom. So the first red, if he pots that, the potting angle's
it's
going to
going
be
up,
away.
yeah.
Whereas this, he can play this yellow, and they're all sort of fairly around. So I'll go for yellows.
Yeah, it is 50-50 really. I mean, it's whichever your preference is.
Yeah.
But like you say, I don't think you can go wrong with either or. You know, whichever. If you want it for reds, they look fairly simple. If you want yellows, they look fairly simple. He's going for reds. I don't think he's going to go wrong anyway. So
See, for me.
So no, he's
I
up
would've
for
gone
this
yellows.
top bottom right as we're looking. No, he's going. I'd be going taking this one here at the bottom near the black spot
Yeah.
and send the white back up.
where?
No, you. Right, Surinder knows what he's doing. He has on a piece of string now. He's finishing these. Surinder is.
I think this is going to cause him a problem. The last red. That's near the black spot.
I think he'll take him out. We'd all have different ways of going for it. Different, some want yellow, some want reds.
Yeah,
Different
but
ways of going for it.
There is, but there's also a hard way to go for it and
An
an
easier way.
way. So
Yeah.
like here now, after this shot, I don't think he's got a shot on.
Well, he can't do a lot with the white, I don't think.
No.
Can he dig on it?
And I think this is too thin to play this one. And that's why I said the first
Yeah.
shot, the reds was not the ball. That's why I thought it was yellows, because you've got a picture in your head. The fit map, when people say, for me, when I say I map it out, I actually physically see the white ball. Where I think this is too thin. He's done it.
Come on, Surinder. It's still difficult. It's still extremely difficult.
And that's why he should have taken that earlier on.
Yeah, because he's lost his white now, hasn't he? So, and
It's
he's
all
only
down
two
to-
balls to get it back.
Yeah, it's all down to the potting there. Obviously, if you pot on this table, that's good enough. But it's all about making it easy, making the game look really easy, so that you're just tapping them in rather than having to play fancy shots.
Yeah, you don't want to be putting side on. If you're going for it, you don't want to put side on it, or bottom on it, or top on it, or anything if you can help it. You just want to roll everything at a nice pace. And I still fancy him to take them, but it's just harder than it needed to be.
There you go. See?
Yeah, if that went in, he got it, but now, really, where they are now, you do fancy James to take these out. I know they look difficult to an average player, but to a
Well,
decent
he's only got
standard.
one. I mean, he can get to it. There's plenty of space to get on the left-hand side. I mean, if he really wants to open the pocket up, he can use the yellow on our left-hand side, which to come off the top into the red in the cushion. Look like he's playing it for the middle.
Yeah, whichever wise he's going to pot this and then go top. Do you think up for the top right-hand pocket and then across to where the top left red
Yeah, I
is?
mean, he can just
he's
stun
going to put
this.
the white round that area to.
Or he'll just stun it there.
I think he's just going to. Oh, so he's finishing off the bottom, is he first? Oh, he's opening up that pocket. I'm not quite sure if he can.
Yeah, see, that's what I said about earlier on, opening
Yeah.
up the pocket.
Beautiful shot, James.
And
He's a fantastic player. isn't he,
you've got to
James?
look out for these sort of shots, haven't you? You've got to look.
Yeah.
So I think now he'll have to play the one in the middle, then this bottom one, and then because that will leave him a natural angle to play the yellow in the same pocket.
And you see, the Jedi Master has been proved right yet again with his mystic formation. I don't like the reds. Boom. He chose a. No, I mean,
'cause
I know that.
Unless
yeah.
he pots him, unless he.
Yeah.
So it depends
No.
on the angle on here.
Yeah.
Will depend on which pocket. So it looks like he's going to play the yellow in the same pocket, both yellows in the same pocket.
Yeah. If anyone can hear like a rumbling in the background, it's our pacemakers kicking in. Oh.
See, that's
As soon
why
as he hit it, then I knew it
That's
was
why I
short.
said in the same pocket, because he could have.
Yeah, just roll.
Yeah.
Well, this is a thin cut from James. He's thinking about it. He's getting back down. He's on it. Will he get it? It's okay. Great shot from James. And look at that.
Perfect.
Ah, unbelievable.
It's 3-1.
Or he couldn't. That white could. You could not write where it was going to land on that red.
Right, I'm
just to
gonna-
make it easy for
I'm
him.
going to predict James's break now, because this is what I do. I study players.
Yes.
He will put the yellow ball
On the spot.
to our left, so it'll be on his right.
So if it was yellow, brown, and green.
So on the yellow spot.
On the yellow spot, so it's going to be as we're looking on the left hand side. Yeah.
And he's going to hit the set. Is it
The
outside or
diamond
the-
formation. Yeah. Second down.
He's going to play for the yellow in the left-hand middle pocket. That's what he's playing for. The second yellow.
Yeah, he's going to hit the second yellow.
No, I don't know if he's going to hit the second
right.
yellow. Let me just have a look, see where he puts. But what he will be doing is he's going to see. Look, that's what I said. And he's going to hit the second.
He's a Jedi Master.
And for the yellow in the middle pocket. Watch the yellow.
Get out of it. Get out of it.
Watch the yellow. Look.
Oh, you nearly called it. The Jedi Master is a Jedi Master.
Because we practice them shots.
Yes, with you and James. Yeah, you know.
And I knew what he's going to do.
Yeah,
you see,
beforehand.
Yeah, exactly what I said.
And you know that spot that he's spotted on only needs to be a fraction out for it not to work.
Yeah, and the speed that he hits it.
Of course. Yeah.
So if he gets
He
the right
didn't
speed,
hit it too hard, did he?
No.
You know, he weren't like trying to.
No, and if he hit it a little bit harder, the yellow would have gone in because he didn't hit it as hard. The yellow stayed below the middle pocket.
There you go.
So when people say you can't judge your breaks, there's
Beautiful
living
shot
proof.
from
Surinder.
Beautiful shot.
There's living proof that you can.
Yeah. Now Surinder has to take his time and
He has to work this
he has
out.
to be so careful now because when it's like this you cannot afford a mistake now because James will pounce on it. It's 3-1 though, isn't it, to James, not 2-1. So whoever's updating the score.
For Surinder, the hardest shot now is the red next to the middle pocket on our right.
Yeah.
So if he can get to that, so he doesn't want to be playing this red off the yellow just because it doesn't have any value. See? There you go, because that's going to block it.
Yeah.
There was no need to do that because it went. Both reds went.
Yeah. As soon as you cannon into a ball, and you think, unless sometimes you can do an easy cannon, you know where all the balls are going, but generally, when you cannon into balls, something strange can happen.
And if you're prepared for that, then play it. So if the yellow is going up there, play it a little bit harder so it plays away. I think the red still goes. So he's got to block the pocket now if that doesn't go. It's no good him going for the clearance now if that doesn't go.
To be honest, he's going to struggle on the clearance with the looks of it now. But what can happen? You can feel like a momentum shift, can't you, towards James? I can feel like James is kind of getting control of this match.
He's not making mistakes.
No. And Surinder is relying on his potting ability to get him out of trouble.
See, now again, if he's committed, he has to go for these pots. So is he going for the middle or does he go down the bottom rail?
Right middle?
I think down the bottom. I think bottom right, bottom left, because if he misses he can cover the bag. It might give him a little
breather,
yeah.
Where's his white going though? Because white would be going near the middle
pocket,
wouldn't it?
Yeah, that's what he's aware of.
He's got to be careful of it.
So actually going for the middle pocket, you can see where he's pointing the white cue is where he thinks the angle of the white is going to come off the cushion.
But he's probably going to cannon balls, and as soon as you start canning into balls,
I think he's just going to click the one next to the black, the yellow next to the black. He's got in between, perfect.
Beautiful shot.
Lovely
shot. He got that little bit of roll that you need.
Yeah.
Everyone needs that bit of roll.
Now then, although this is again, if he rolls this through, he's got to get. He can't roll it through too far because he's going to have the wrong angle.
Beautiful shot, Surinder.
Still not easy.
He's got work to do.
Still not easy.
He's got work to do, but he's given himself an excellent chance. So you've got to leave himself thin cut, you think? Just roll it gentle, pocket pace.
I don't know if he think that I'd be looking at probably coming off two cushions and come in between the two yellows if there's a natural angle.
There's danger there though.
Yeah, there is danger.
There's danger no matter which way it goes.
No, so he's got to.
I mean, if them two yellows on the left-hand side weren't there, he'd be able to go off the left-hand rail and back out. This is tricky. This is tricky. Oh dear! No, Surinder. Yeah, but he's going to kick into a ball after contact with the black, and even if he cuts this in, there's danger. There is definite danger. He's alright. Well done, Surinder. Made hard work of it, but he did it.
Yeah.
I didn't think he would go now.
No, he quite a good red in the middle. He got a nice positioning for the red in the middle again, the second red. So it's, is that 3-2?
I thought it was 3-2 to James.
Yeah, I think it is 3-2.
I think just needs updating. I'm pretty certain it's 3-2.
So
Makes you doubt though, doesn't it?
yeah.
Is it really? No,
So
I'm pretty certain.
Surinder just breaks always from the same place. He doesn't like to swap it about.
I'm similar. Yeah.
Yeah, so like with myself and James, we'll break from one place. If we're not happy, then we'll break from another place. If we're not happy, break from another. If we're not happy, then we'll do a side break. Because you know each table breaks differently, so you've got to figure out where the best part of the break is.
So Surinder just does a cut break every time.
Yeah.
I'm not a lover of cut breaks.
Well, he's only recently started to do a cut break.
Because the white can travel off sometimes.
Yeah, I don't like
I don't like the cut break because you have to give it a bit, and that puts like severe spin on it somehow that it jumps.
If I'm fortunate enough to continue in this tournament and I am on the live stream, you'll see I've got on my break cue I've got a tape around where I hold my hand so I don't go.
So you tape?
Yeah, so I put a marker on my how far up I'm going to hold it.
Yeah.
Exactly where I'm putting the white ball, so I'm hitting it at the same time all the time.
Yeah.
It's a more compact break.
Yeah, you're looking for like consistency.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's so difficult to get the consistency on a break. Sometimes you can break perfect and the white goes in off because it just gets kicked in by the ball.
You can't foresee that.
No. Right, I'm just going to nip to the loo for a quick toilet. That'll be about 2 minutes.
Okay.
Leave you to it. See you in a minute.
Don't know.
Do you need anything, Steve, while I'm out?
No, I'm alright. I don't know if you want to take these.
Cheers.
So James is really just trying to figure out. He hasn't really got a pot on, and he doesn't want to leave a pot. So is he going to go for these red and yellow? Red off cushion into the yellow, and then pot it. Just opted to play safe. I think Surinder's given Surinder a free shot here because he can play the red onto the yellow, pot the yellow, and the white will be safe if he misses. Surinder's also going for this safety option. Surprised that he's left James the yellow. If it does go, that is. He was just unlucky that he couldn't see that yellow. So, is Surinder going to go for these?
Darren Christian, you're back on at 4:30.
A little bit surprised at that shot. James will just cover this bottom bag. Surinder can squeeze in there, red between the cushion and the yellow. I think he's just thinking if he did do that, he might come into his red at the bottom of the rail. And again, that may cause further problems. And that's what's happened. Oh, thank you very much. Mars a day. Helps you work, rest and play.
That's it. So it's 3-2 still to James. We're thinking it's 3-2, or is it?
Yeah, I think it's 3-2. So I think James is looking into cannoning the yellow and black. He's thinking which yellow should he use. I'd probably use this yellow that's on probably go for the other one, but I'm going to cannon into the red part here. My yellow went in the middle, that's why.
He's played that really well. If you hear us munching, we're just having a Mars bar each. Yeah, and Steve's enjoying his Mars bar, am I right?
Yeah, absolutely, lovely. He's either going to drag this or screw it back just a touch. Well, because he couldn't get the right angle, just come off the cushion, the side cushion.
Played it beautifully. Can't see any problems here.
He would have liked to see the outside yellow, and I think he can. It'll just be a little soft stun shot.
I think it got a little bit
Too much, yeah.
Can come round the angles, or can he just screw it back?
Just screw back.
Oh yeah. Well, they were perfect, to be honest. I didn't realise how perfect it was.
Half a pocket.
So we're thinking it's 4-2 now, but we're not certain. It could be 3-2, but we're thinking it's 4-2 to James. We could be wrong, but I was sure he'd won 3-3 me before this one just done. And they're bringing us whiskey, Jameson's, they're bringing us all sorts.
Steve is on lemonade.
For the rest of the year. He drank enough last night to last him the rest of the year, he's telling me.
He didn't really have a drink last night.
Preoccupied.
Shall we say?
So,
So it's back on. So
So James has gone for that side break again. I think he got kicked in.
we weren't 100%, as we were being put off by somebody who's in here and bringing bottles of beer.
I think Reds is the ball here. And his first ball, I'll be playing the red in the middle and cannon into the red and black.
What I'm going to have to do, I'm going to have to just check. I'm due on at 3:30, so I better just check. Yeah, so it's, just see if we can update on any scores. See if there's any scores to update.
So I think Surinder's doing what I said.
Yeah.
Cannon into red and black. There we go.
How's your luck? How's your luck? That's
It's
pretty
fine.
good.
Yeah, so he's got both reds in either pocket.
So maybe the red to the middle pocket,
Yeah,
right
middle
middle would be good, but he's probably going to go to the left down because it's easier. But
Yeah.
leave that to his last ball, do you think? Because it's easy to get black. His problem ball is with the loops of it, the one near the right pocket. Am I right, Steve?
Yeah. See, for me, I think what I'd be doing is putting the red in the middle, cannon into this yellow, then play the red next to the black because you'll have that angle to come back up.
So anyone watching in black and white,
Yeah.
they wouldn't have a clue what you're on about anyway.
See, look, he's doing what
Yeah, so he's cannoned in so he can get onto this red now.
And then he's going to have to screw it up to play the red at
Near the top left-hand pocket.
Top left-hand pocket.
Yeah.
To come back round, play the red down the rail, play the red, and then come down for the black.
Yeah, yeah.
That's the map.
That's easy, but they don't understand it. So the red on the right-hand rail near the middle pocket,
Yeah.
he'll be taking that when, would you say? I
Probably
think maybe
third.
last, mate. I
don't
think last.
I personally wouldn't take it last. See, look, now he's gone up here.
So he's
See,
going to
now
go
he's
top
got
left.
The angle.
Yeah.
He's got the angle to I would go for the top left, because once you go for the top left, you're freeing the second red, clearing the path for it. And
Yeah.
now he's got the natural angle to come across
After
and play
that.
the red down the rail. See, here we go. Look,
Right. Yeah. So now,
see, he's not too straight on it, whereas I would have played to get onto this straight.
so you'd have played to get on the red near the right
nearest
and
to
middle.
him, yeah, nearest to him.
Yeah.
Now, because
Yeah.
that way you could put that in down the rail, stun
Leave
straight
yourself
the red
for
in
the
the middle,
middle,
and then
top,
use the last
down.
red to come round the angles.
Yeah.
Because he has to go for it now. He has
Oh,
to.
he's
go.
no choice, has he?
Yeah.
Because all them yellows are dollies. There's no hard yellows at all. But Surinder's good. With he's well capable now. He's taking your advice. He's going for he's better than perfect.
Yeah.
It's all about if this goes in. Now, can he stun it or can he roll it?
No, he'll have to screw back.
So this is the danger, isn't it? As soon as you start putting any action on, look that left. Brilliant.
Lovely. So
Yeah, it was 4-2 as we were
Yeah.
saying. James is on the L. I'm glad to say Surinder is not giving up.
that's great.
Very positive. He's got to take
Watch
this,
the
hasn't
middle
it?
pocket. Watch the middle pocket.
Oh, you were calling it, you Jedi Knight again.
4-3.
His heart was in his mouth there for a minute.
Yeah. And it's just recognising what are your problem balls and recognising which balls you can get onto him. And I think that's where my game has improved a little bit.
You're mapping.
Yeah, my mapping. Yeah.
But no one would understand if you were talking to him.
No, because
I'm going to go up top, left, middle. I'm going to knock
rubbish
this
at-
ball, that ball, this ball, that ball. Yeah, see.
My left and
So,
right.
so the viewers are watching, anyone who's watching, we have to say top right rail, top left rail, bottom right, bottom left rail, and the bottom rail.
See, look.
So
Yeah. See, look, Surinder's breaking from the same place again.
yeah.
Because the breaks have not been that successful.
He got
I
one
would-
last time though. He's not got one this time.
He hasn't. 4-3 and the yellows are there. You can even split the first yellow up, but the bottom yellow
Yes. Good thinking, Steve. Yes.
So
Come on.
pass this one. And
Bottom yellow and cannons
in to the yellow that's on the side of the rail to our, where the yellow and red is.
So you'd have to put
right.
Lots of right-hand side.
Left-hand side.
Left-hand side. Lots of left-hand side. And he's taking your... He looks like he's not doing that. It looks like he's kicking back to the black.
So
he's gone that way, yeah.
I mean, he's got a plant on a 3-ball plant as well. Yellow, red, yellow. Because what happens...
The yellow
there,
would kick,
He can't break into them if he hasn't got a...
Relatively easy back double.
Yeah, there's a double on as well.
I'm saying relatively easy. There's no back double that's too easy unless it's about... If it's 4 inches away from the middle pocket, I find them extremely easy, to do a back double.
So,
he's going for your shot, is it? Oh no, he's just bringing it out and saying, you do what you can.
Yeah.
Well, Surinder, he's thrown the thing out at you. He's got the cut back into the middle of the 3 reds near the middle spot, I think.
Yeah, we'll cover.
Stop him
clearing up.
I wouldn't be a lover of the cover as such. Which one could you cover with?
The red that he's closest to. Cover the yellow that's directly in front.
Yeah, but the thing I wouldn't like about that is that you can actually use the bottom yellow to kick off that yellow that's near the bottom right on pocket. You can kick it off that. That's the only thing I would
think
not
the yellow's
like about
too
it.
far up. Or the other thing you could do is play the red in front of.
Yeah, if you
in
could
between
do
the
that.
2 yellows,
Yeah. It was a good shot from James because he's asked a question, hasn't he, of Surinder.
Yeah. And I wouldn't cover full ball on the yellow. I'd cover sort of half the ball, a quarter of the ball.
Yeah, so it's difficult.
Yeah, and that's what he's doing.
Oh, he's got. I like that. I like that one.
I said that afterwards.
Yeah.
Said,
The
if he
Jedi
goes in
Master
between the
was
2,
right.
So that's the 2. He's.
I like that shot. I like it. And he played it excellent.
But
Tactically
really,
excellent.
James just has to flick off this bottom yellow and just leave the white where it was originally.
Yeah, or try and maybe kick the yellow a little bit nearer so he can actually
over the pocket.
So like that kind, so we know he can dig in and knock the other one out.
He's left a pocket, though.
Oh yeah. But that yellow that's next to the red on the bottom rail, if that kicks into it, it's aiming to this bottom left-hand pocket. If you hit it too hard.
Yeah, I like this shot. Red in the middle, cannon into the reds and black.
Yeah, open them up.
Open them up and then cover the bag.
Yeah.
The bottom right.
I definitely think covering the bag's a good option.
Yeah, I think you have to at this point. Come on, Surinder.
Where have you been stopping at the Colonnade, is it?
No, we stopped at the Premier Inn.
Oh, I think Dave Carrigan and Lloyd are there as well.
Yeah.
How far is that from here?
Part-time said it was 17 minutes took him to walk.
Yeah, I'm about 20 minutes away. I'm at a nice hotel.
So he's looking at here, red in the middle. First, if we look at the left-hand middle, he'll cannon into the red and black. Looks like that's what he's gone for. But if he went for the other red in the middle, that would naturally cannon in where the yellow is.
So the only thing that I don't like is the yellow that's on the bottom rail and the red. As soon as you hit that, it's going to cannon over towards the left-hand pocket.
I'm not a fan of this shot. Looks like he's going for the cover. No, he's going for the pot. You've still got the red and black, you see.
When it's raining and stuff. Yeah, so.
See, although that was a good shot to move the yellow away and free the red, but we've still got 2 reds that are tied up. He's running out of balls to cannon into him.
Played it reasonably well, that shot though, didn't he? And he has got this. If he goes for the one near the blue spot, he has a decent chance of a cannon. but it's
Yeah,
the bottom
yeah.
yellow, and he has to gain that pocket really, doesn't he?
Yes, that's what I'd be looking at. Break the red and black up and then cover that back.
And obviously he cannot afford to make any mistakes at this stage now, because a mistake and you're dead in the water. He's hit it well. Oh, still not too bad. Yeah, while this yellow's on the bottom rail,
Yeah.
he's in a good position.
I mean, James will be getting a yellow in front of there somehow.
Yeah, he's going to think, I want that pocket.
Yeah.
He may do a back double to this bottom right hand pocket. Cons. Oh, how's his look? Has he hit something? Yeah, he hit the black and red. Couldn't quite see what happened there, but he cannoned into something.
Cannon into, yeah. Now, Surinder's got a great opportunity to take this back, because he can play his red onto yellow onto.
Yeah. Yeah.
He's trying to play the cannon.
It's not too bad. No,
James can go up and down. He can cover the bag. Go up and
the
down.
Jedi Master has spoken.
A bit slow.
He's not made it, I don't think. Or has he? Come on, James.
2 shots.
He's not happy. Oh,
It's 2 shots.
2 shots.
I think-
He's not landed bad though, even with 2 shots, I don't think. Or has he? He's left a cannon.
Yeah, I think he can. Surinder can. He's thinking. He's got 2 options here. He can either play the red closest to him and knock
Yeah,
out
that's
the
what he's
yellow
gonna
and
do,
the
yeah.
yellow,
Yeah.
or he can pot the red over on our left-hand side over the pocket and play the red onto the yellow onto the red
On the bottom rail.
on the bottom
Yeah.
rail.
Yeah, that's a good move.
Or he could play the red in the middle. That's at the 3 at the next to the black spot. Play the red in the middle,
Yeah.
and then play the cannon from this bottom rail onto there, and then, because what I'm saying is, if you play a cannon, you want to leave yourself a pot.
A shot.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. You need to leave yourself
Yeah.
on a ball.
So I think
A pot. You want to leave yourself a pot.
Oh, so it
Oh, he
must
didn't
have
get
been
2
one
shots.
shot.
Yeah.
Right, okay.
So that's a good shot. I mean, he's had to leave James a shot, have a finish, but a tough shot at a finish.
Yeah, he's
So
James won't be
it's
good
not
for
going to be
finish.
easy to finish this. He's putting the black.
Oh, he's going for
somewhere.
it. He's going for it.
Oh. Oh, good shot, James.
And James
He wanted to cover this pocket, didn't he? Bottom right. It's all, everything's about this bottom right and
He's
pocket.
going to snook. He could snook him.
You were calling it, and he's not fighting. It's as good as a snooker virtually, because it looks like it may free that yellow that he's next to.
Yeah, I don't like that shot, because I think Surinder can clip off this red and go between yellow and cushion and push the yellow towards the right hand rail.
You think?
Right, see?
I get you.
If that's touching ball, then James has had a result, because he can play the red then direct, which will move the yellow, and he can screw back between the black and the yellow to cover.
He's looking.
Yeah, if it's touching, that's what he's going to do.
It's close to, isn't it? Very close. I mean, he didn't get his hand down straight over it to test it, so maybe it's not touching.
Yeah. I don't think it is touching, so. Swinder's played a good shot if there's some touching. James don't want to move the other yellows. Yes, nice shot.
So he's give Surinder a small chance, because Surinder's got one bad ball, which is on this bottom rail nearest to the right hand pocket.
Yeah.
Apart from that, they've all got a pocket.
So I've got a couple of choices. Depends if he wants to be just defensive, attacking, or attacking and defence. And what I mean by that, if he's defensive, the red that's closest to the white, he'll just bump it off the cushion and cover the yellow. If he wants to be attacking defensive, he'll put the red in the left hand middle pocket and then play the long double to cover the bottom.
Ah, I see.
Bottom
yeah,
right.
I get it. Yeah.
And
Back
if you
double.
back double. And if you want to attack,
So that'd be like a off one cushion,
Yeah.
two cushion to cover the. Yeah, I see the shot because it's a big pocket.
it's a big pocket. Yeah.
Very big. I like that shot. A tricky one, but I like it.
So let's see what it's going to do. Is it going to squeeze in between the red and the...
Or maybe it goes past. This is a win or lose shot now.
That's lovely.
Yeah, he's played it really well. Really well.
It's got a double now. James has
Back
got a
double, and he will go for it.
Yeah.
And he's going to do cushion first.
Yeah, if he gets cushion first, that's
Game over, I think,
Yeah.
if he gets that.
it's too
Even though
slow.
his cushion middle pocket. Oh.
Didn't like that.
Well, this could be going 4-all now.
Wow. Yeah.
I like Hill.
I'll tell you what, Surinder do well here. Come on, Surinder. So for me, I would be playing the red in the middle
Yes.
and bring the white further back so you
Than
can
where
play.
it is now,
yeah,
yeah.
so you can play the red that's in between the two yellows.
I mean, he does have options. Oh. I
Just
didn't
gonna
see
bump
this.
it off.
I didn't see this option as an option. It's a risky one. He's left him a shot now. I know it's. I mean, it's an incredibly difficult finish for James,
Well,
but we take these bad finishes out sometimes, don't we?
yeah, I mean, if he, well, he's not going for it, but he could play the top yellow, and the natural angle would bring the white ball back down to there. He's just trying to tie Surinder's ball.
Yes.
So now it's giving Surinder a free shot.
To the top.
Yeah,
left.
to cover the bag.
But you don't want it to go in.
No, not this time. Because the yellow's tied up, there's no value.
Surinder's got a plan. He played it well. But James, maybe he's just going to play a fudgy shot. Top, I think, cover this. No, he's going a different way than I would.
He's going to knock the red out. That's what he's going to do. Told you.
Yeah, but they're all on now.
They are all on.
I mean, top left to start with, maybe possible middle, but I wouldn't go with that. So, bottom left now.
It's hard to get onto this next ball after this. He's got to punch it in. I know what shot I'd probably do. I'd play it extra thin so the white comes off the cushion and kisses that yellow there. Oh, he's got it. Fantastic.
He's such a good potter, isn't he? You know,
That's
people
it.
forget
Two
how
cushions.
good a potter he is when
Come on,
you don't
Surinder.
want to leave. That was a beautiful shot.
Two cushions. One.
Oh, yes, he's got it. Wow, Surinder.
Is
No,
that yellow
boy.
there in the middle?
So he'll leave that red, do you think, maybe to last, or will he go for it? Oh, so he's going to pot this now. He's going to do similar to what he did in the last frame.
Yeah. Red goes on the top.
Not sure.
Does it go for the middle pocket?
Where's your white going now? Can he get that into the middle? Can he?
I don't like this shot. Didn't like that shot. It would have been,
No,
it would have been
snookered.
snookered.
I can't understand that then, to be honest.
No, see,
Because he had a chance to get the one on the rail, the shot. That instead of going for that one, he just went for. He only had to play the white a little bit slower to leave him the long red into the top pocket and in or over.
James playing off the red.
Fudge.
He's going for no. He's going for it. Told you.
What's he do with that yellow now, though?
It goes in the middle.
Does it?
Yeah.
I can't tell.
Yeah, it goes in the middle.
That's because you've got your glasses on here. Come on. So, are you enjoying your new glasses, Steve?
I love them.
Specsavers?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So just a little,
Same as mine.
Yeah. Little stun shot here. Little screw stun.
Did you see mine from Specsavers before you went to Specsavers? Did you go for the buy one get one free?
Yeah. Yeah. So we've got a little screw back. Maybe cannon the red out of the way. Kiss. Nice play. Perfect. Perfect.
Game over, I'm afraid.
Yep.
He couldn't afford to make a mistake, Surinder, and he did. That's unfortunately.
Yeah, and I
what
think
makes
because he
it-
went for it.
wrapped it wrong, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it made it too difficult.
Stun shot. Because he had a look at what angle he wanted. And we're just going to have a look, see where he wants to be. So just before the knuckle, a little bit of left hand side.
Now, I've got to
Where's
say,
the screw?
the winner of this is going to play. He's played it well. He's going to play the winner of Tommy Donnellan or Keith Brewer. It's going to be some match. So if you get a chance, anybody who wants to watch a fantastic game, that's the one.
Nice one. Thank you, Mark.
Thank you,
Thanks
Steve.
for- yeah,
Thank you,
top man.
viewers. All
Yeah.
the best.
Second ball.